Joined now by somebody who's a longtime friend of the Chris Salcedo Show. He has been coming on this program when he was a state senator in the great state of Texas. He is now joining us as a congressman, newly elected congressman, District 4, the Congressional District 4 in the great state of Texas, Pat Fallon. From his, I'm assuming, his office in Congress. Congressman, welcome to the Chris Salcedo Show. How are you holding up over there?
Yeah, Chris, how are you? Yeah, we're all at an undisclosed location right now because of the security concerns, but we're good, we're safe, and Capitol Police have us secure.
You sent me a message today and a story that you witnessed as some of these individuals were trying to breach into the House chamber. Tell me the story.
You know, it was a story of amazing courage. We had these, I'm not going to say protesters, I'm going to say, you know, lawbreakers that were in the Capitol, and they had breached the perimeter, and they were about to come into the House chamber, and the Capitol Police were very concerned about things, and they were evacuating the members. And as I looked over, and it's that center door of the House chamber where the president walks in on a joint session of Congress, and there I see Sheriff Troy Nails, a Republican member in my freshman class from Texas, and Tony Gonzalez, a Republican member from Texas, and Ronnie Jackson, Admiral Ronnie Jackson, also from Texas, standing their ground. And then I believe it's another fellow I just met, John Wayne Mullins, another Republican member, augmenting the Capitol Police, not knowing what's on the other side of that door. And there's pounding and banging. And then we went ahead and grabbed, so I stood my ground with them and felt so proud of what they were doing. And then we broke off furniture to defend the U.S. House of Representatives against all comers. Because this is our house, not just the members, it's our constituents as well. It's Americans. It's our house. And this is, I guess this hasn't happened since the British came. I mean, this is absurd. And so then we were moving a big piece of furniture, and then I'm fairly certain that shots were pinging through into the chamber. And or they were well-placed rocks or something. They were projectiles of some sort, and that's when things really heated up. And I was just so proud of what Tony Jackson and Ronnie Jackson, Tony Gonzalez, and Troy Nails did. They didn't hesitate while other members were being evacuated to defend and help the Capitol Police. By the way, Chris, they asked for help because they just didn't have enough bodies there to defend the chamber.
Good grief. What a story. You know, I'm hearing you tell it, I'm struck is that I seem to recall a member of Congress fighting for the right to keep and bear arms inside of the Capitol and had to fight your political opposition and my political opposition, the Democrat Socialists, for the ability. And wouldn't it have been nice if the Republicans had been able to stand a post with the Capitol Police today against those lawbreakers, and I think you're right to call them that, stand a post and protect the chamber. Boy, if it was left up to Democrats, well, then there you go. We're showing pictures right now of when you leave security to Democrats, what happens. And look at these individuals overtaking the chamber.
Chris, that's a great point. Lauren Bobart from Colorado, I signed on to her letter and fully supported that effort. And also Andrew Clyde from Georgia we actually looked at them and said, hey, are you carrying? Do you have your weapon on you? And unfortunately, neither of them did today. They usually do. And we're all, I think many Republican members, I don't know if the Democrats will or not, but we're going to carry firearms from now on. After this, why wouldn't you? I mean, it's our constitutional right to begin with. But I have 2 young boys at home that want to see me come back. And this can't ever happen again. I hope it doesn't. I mean, it is obviously a very rare occurrence. And before anybody starts pointing fingers, because I'm sure most of the left-wing media and the mainstream media, and apologize for the redundancy there, are saying that this is all Trump's fault and this is the Trump supporters. We don't even know who was on the other side of those doors. We just don't know.
True.
And I hope there were
very
arrests.
True. You know, and after one of your members, Steve Scalise, was nearly killed by a Bernie Sanders supporter with a high-powered rifle, you would think that some of those Democrats would drop their opposition to the right of self-defense. But again, I think that there's a case to be made that these socialist Democrats have an agenda, and the real life lessons that they can learn, they just don't learn them. I don't believe they have the mental capacity to do so. Congressman, stay safe. Thank you for the time here on the Chris Salcedo Show.